So what is compiler? I think in the first class I shown you guys. Anyone tell me what is compiler? Compiler converts, the Java compiler converts a source code into its equivalent byte code. Please write down. Java compiler converts a source code into its equivalent byte code. And it does two things. One is it converts the source code into its equivalent byte code statement wise. And second one is, please write down, right? Your guys are writing down, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And second one is, it checks whether that byte code can be properly executed by the JVM or not. It checks whether that byte code can be properly executed by the JVM or not. That means it finds out whether JVM has proper environment or not. Next point. It is the duty of the compiler to create a proper environment for the JVM to execute the byte code. While compiling a source code, this is very important concept, guys. Please concentrate. While compiling a source code, if at any time the compiler finds out that while compiling the source code, if at any time the compiler finds out that the proper environment is not there, then the compiler tries to create the proper environment. Even then, if it is not possible, then it generates a compilation error. Compilation error. What is compilation error? After second point, answer will be compilation error. Can you guys, anyone tell me what is compilation error?
Execution of the code is not possible.
No, whatever I told, that's all statement you have to tell. That is the meaning of that.
It is the duty of compiler to execute bytecode. Is that?
Now, can you read completely, Rohit?
The second statement.
No, no. It is the duty of the compiler to create.
Yeah, it is the duty of the compiler to execute bytecode.
I think you're not written proper, not wrote properly. Suguna, can you tell?
It checks whether the bytecode can be properly executed or not. It is a duty of that properly execute duty for the JVM to
No,
execute the
no,
bytecode.
no. It is the duty of the compiler.
Okay.
I will repeat the statement. Please write down. Please correct your things. Okay. It is the
Okay.
duty of the compiler to create a proper environment for the JVM to execute the bytecode. That means compiler. See, compiler has a compiler is responsible. So JVM is nothing. Java install automatically JVM will come. But compiler is responsible to give you a proper bytecode. What is the meaning of bytecode? What is the meaning of compiler? What compiler will do? Compiler will compile the .java file to .class file. .class file contains line by line
Bytecode.
statement of bytecode. That means if your Java class is very good, then your bytecode will be very good. Then only JVM will successfully execute. If Java class is Java class has errors, bytecode also has errors. So JVM will not execute. That time we will get compilation errors. That is the meaning of that. Let me repeat it. It is the duty of the compiler to create a proper environment for the JVM to execute the bytecode. Next point. While compiling the source code, if at any time the compiler finds out that the proper environment is not there, then the compiler tries to create a proper environment for JVM. What is the meaning of tries to create the proper environment? It means the compiler is trying to find out proper Java classes to execute and generate a bytecode. Then the compiler tries to create the proper environment. Even then, if it is not possible, then generates a compilation error. Is everybody clear what is compilation error?
Yes.
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 I create a class. Customer. And I create one more class. Employee. In the customer, in the employee class, I have two variables into A comma B. In this employee class, I have method get the EMP. Then in the customer class, I want to access this method. So if I want to access the methods from the class, what I have to do? I have to create an object, right?
Yes.
If you want to access your neighbor house, you have to get the key for his house, right? So that means you have to create an object for that. Rohit?
Yes.
So create a object. For how to get object? Rohit?
Yeah, employee equal to new employee. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you have employee, I can access all the methods, all the variables, right?
Yes.
Let me access the variables and assign some value. Piyush, you might have no concept, but it will be brush up for you. Okay? Don't get bored.
No, no, no.
Piyush?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you might have knowledge of all the concepts, but try to focus on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a employee object here. Employee A equal to new employee. Employee B equal to 20, employee A equal to 10, employee B equal to 20. Employee dot get employee method I am accessing it here.
Yes.
For example, if I want to execute customer class without loading employee object, that time I will be getting the compilation error. I will be getting the compilation error. So we have to identify how to resolve the compilation errors, and there is one more error called as runtime error. We'll see what is that. Okay. Even though, please write down, even though compiler creates the proper environment for the JVM to execute the bytecode, sometimes JVM will not be able to execute the bytecode. Even though compiler creates the necessary environment for the JVM to execute the bytecode, sometimes JVM will not be able to execute the bytecode because of some errors. These errors are called as runtime errors. These errors are called as runtime errors. Okay. Now you guys know what is the compile time error and what is the runtime error, right?
Yes.
Now we'll discuss based on this compile time error or runtime error. This is very important in interview questions. And also compiler responsibility is very important. Please read what are the notes I given to you guys. We'll talk about today's class. Programming, object-oriented programming, OOPS concept. In OOPS we have, I will talk about letter OOPS, but we have OOPS, we have many things like encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, abstraction. First we'll talk about polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Anybody has idea? What is polymorphism?
Same object in many forms.
Can you explain in detail?
Like suppose I want to access suppose A can perform A object A can perform increment as well as decrement. I mean, both operations can be performed. No need of writing multiple times of code.
Okay. Piyush?
I can explain by giving an example of like when you have different methods with arguments of
Definition. Can you explain my definition?
when you are having a same when you are using the same name but having different functionalities.
Okay. Yeah.
So for example, you can have a method with different types, like the same method name but different types of argument data types.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
More forms for a given method, maybe. More forms for a given method.
Okay. Okay. Good answers. Let me give me. Yeah, I'm going to explain here. Defining more than one functionality with the same name in the same class is known as polymorphism. Defining more than one functionality with the same name in the same class is known as polymorphism. Polymorphism is of two types. One is static one is dynamic. So now tell me, what is polymorphism?
Defining more than one functionality with the same name and the same class.
Okay. Create example first, then we'll talk about what is static polymorphism. Let's go to the other projects. So last class we discussed about different method parameters. I didn't get any assignment. You guys send me assignments. Rohit, can you send me assignments by using attachments, not screenshots?
Okay.
No. So last class we were discussing about we have different methods, the different data types, return type, and the different parameters, right?
Yes.
Yes. So let me create a different method here. Function 1. Now, I'm going to create a function 2. Sorry, I'm going to create the same function 1. Why? Function 1. Can someone explain me the can someone explain me the what I've written so far here? Public class, employee class here. The employee class has two methods. Employee class has one method. Okay. What is the method? Void of function 1, and it has only system out dot println statement. It shows function 1. And we have a main method. Main method currently we're doing nothing here, right? So I created one more method like this. What is error you are getting here? Can someone
Duplicate method.
Duplicate method function 1
and type employee.
So I should not use same method name without same arguments in a class. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm going to pass some parameters for this. For my requirement, int x. Now I want to create one more method with the same parameter again. So he is getting error here. What is that method? Error?
Duplicate method function 1 in a type employee.
Yeah. What is the meaning of that? What you understand? What you guys understand now? We cannot write a method with the same name and same arguments, right? In the Java class, right?
Yes. Yes.
Please write another statement. No, it's okay. I will give you the statement. Now, it's clear, right?
Yes.
Now let me create one more function with Boolean. So what is the difference between these two methods? Line number 9 method and line number 17 method.
Parameter. Data type is different.
What data type? Arguments are different, right?
Arguments, yeah.
Yes. So how many methods are there so far here? Function 1, function 1, function 1,
Oh.
function 1 with 0 arguments, function 1 with int x argument, function 1 with int x comma into y argument, function 1 with the boolean flag argument. So let me create the how to access the methods in the Java class.
Employee.
How to access the methods in the
Employee.
Java class?
Employee equal to new employee.
What is the meaning of that?
Creating object.
Yeah, creating which class object?
Employee class object.
Excellent. So I'm creating an employee object. So once you create the object, so what we can do with that? We can access the methods, right?
Yes.
Let me access the method of int x comma into y, comma, function. So I want to pass some parameters here. I want to pass some parameters. So consider 6 and 7. Run the application. Function 1 int x comma into y is executed. Where this line is available?
13.
13.
Line number?
13.
This output where it is available coming from? Which line number I want to know?
14. 14.
So here we have 4 functions are there, right? 4 functions,
Yes.
4 methods. Out of 4 functions, which function has to be executed is decided at the compile time only. This is called as compile time only. Out of 4 functions, which function has to execute, which is decided by compile time only. This is the reason why this type of polymorphism is known as static polymorphism. So static polymorphism is compile time polymorphism. Here I have 4 methods which has different arguments. When I call the method by creating object dot method 1 function 1 by parameters, so the way it is executed that has decided by compile time only. That's what it is. That's why we can call this as a compile time polymorphism. Everything is fine?
Yes.
And also known as static polymorphism. Please write down. Out of 4 functions present in the program, which function has to be executed which function has to be executed is decided at the compilation time itself. This is the reason why this type of polymorphism is known as static polymorphism. Now you know what is static polymorphism definition, guys?
Yes.
Sukuna, can you tell me what is static polymorphism definition?
Yes.
Don't read and tell. You should explain from your own.
Okay. Which function has to execute is decided while while performing compilation, compile time. This is called as static polymorphism.
And also we can call as a compile time polymorphism.
Compile time polymorphism.
Clear, right?
Yes.
Now take the real definition. Defining more than one functionality with the same name. If I am telling fast, you guys can interrupt me. You want me to go slow? Notes, you want me to do it slowly?
Yes, somewhat slow.
Yeah. Suguna, you?
Yes, little bit.
Defining more than one functionality. Piyush, are you writing right? Piyush?
Yes.
Defining more than one functionality with the same name but with the different arguments in the same class is known as static polymorphism. Please someone repeat the answer. What is static polymorphism?
Defining more than one functionality with the same name but with different arguments in same class is known as static polymorphism.
Excellent. So there is a concept called inheritance. Inheritance means you are acquiring the characteristics. Yeah.
One more question. What about dynamic polymorphism?
Yeah, I'm coming back now. There only I am here only. I'm explaining that one only now. The inheritance means I'm getting some characteristics from the parent. Suppose you looks like your father. Somebody said you looks like your father. Hey Rohit, you looks like your mother. Hey Suguna, you looks like your father almost. You should look like your father. So some of the characteristics, the way of behavior, the way of speaking, the way looks like, the skin color, sometimes. So this is called as, in general scenarios, in real-time scenario, this is called as inheritance in Java. So there is a concept called as superclass and subclass. That means parent class and child class.
Okay.
So inheritance we don't have time to discuss now. We'll talk about later, but I'll give the scenario. Customer is in my parent class, which has one method function1 or function. I have a child class which extends my customer class called as customer IMPL. I will talk about later what is extends keyword in Java. Extend keyword is nothing but where we can acquire the properties, or where we can get all the properties from the parent class. Customer implementation extends customer. This is a parent class. I will explain you later what is inheritance. This concept will come basically inheritance concept, but for timing, to understand the dynamic polymorphism, I am explaining it here. Parent class. What is parent class methods?
Function.
Into I. So I don't want to write function on all these things here because they are working as a real-time scenarios. I would like to write get customer. I am not here to show you the hello world examples. I am here to show the real-time examples. So here customer, I am getting the customer examples. Get customers. Clear, right? So can you tell me quickly tell me what is customer class contains now and so far?
One method.
One method, get customer.
And, yeah.
With argument.
I want answer means I don't want to yes or no answers. In interview also don't expect answers, yes or no answers. If you are telling yes or no answers, you will straight away reject to the next level. That is called going home level. So you should tell answer like a class contains a method public void get customer int I. Int I is the argument, and also it has a statement called as to display the customer dot get customer int I. Like this you should explain. Can you explain now? What is customer contains?
Customer contains public void get customer method having a parameter int I.
Excellent.
System dot out dot println.
What it does? It display the output of customer dot
display the
customer dot get customer
get customer
line, right? And also we have a method, right? What is that method? Public static void main string arguments. So far clear, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I am removing this method, not required. Now, in customer implementation, what it is done? Can you read that one? Complete line. What is customer implementation?
Public class customer IMP and extends customer.
Okay. So here, customer implementation class is nothing but it is a child class subclass or child class of what is that?
Parent class.
Parent class customer. So far clear, right? What is parent class? What is subclass? You guys are clear, right?
Yes.
How to relate them? Parent and subclass, parent and child class by using keyword.
Extends keyword.
Now tell me how to relate superclass and subclasses in Java.
We use extends keyword to relate subclass and parent.
Can you explain with the example?
Here
you have to explain the
public
example.
Class is a
customer class has method.
Okay.
Customer implementation extends customer.
Yes.
Now, here I am going to implement the same function, the same argument in customer implementation. Only inside output is different. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Here I am trying to create an object for object for compiler customer MPL. And also create an object for customer. And also I can create object for customer. This is the three ways we can create object by using subclass to subclass, superclass to subclass, superclass to superclass. Now we'll see customer implementation dot get customer. What method is executing, we'll see. So what argument I have to pass it here?
Int I.
Int I.
So I can pass 10, 20, 10, 2.
No,
This is also
10 you
integer,
have
right?
to pass. Okay.
10.
10 I
These
think.
are a double or
Float if you give.
It is integer terminate
Yeah.
to 10.
No, 10.2 is integer, double or float.
Float. 10.2 is a float.
Okay. So let me pass integer now. 10, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me access from the customer dot get customer 20. Customer 2 dot get customer 30. Okay. Just play in the output also. We'll see what will happen. If you run the project, if you run the application, or if you run the class, so what is the expected output? In the case someone suggest me, help me out. Anyone? Piyush?
The first one would come from
Can you tell me line number?
child class.
Line number?
Like the output of line number 20 would be like the output from the get customer method of child class. Which
Okay.
would be customer IMP1.
I got it. What is 21?
Line number 21 would give again the same child class.
Okay. What is 22?
Line number 22 will give the output from parent class.
Excellent. So let me get the output as per, we'll see how output is clear with answer with Piyush or not, our friend. So I'm running the application here, Java application. So what is the output, guys?
Yeah. Customer Two are from the child class and one from the parent class.
What is the meaning
Last
of
one.
two are, madam? I want clear
I mean
answer.
customer.
Yeah, because don't feel bad because I like it. If you give a clear answer, anybody,
Okay.
every interviewer expect clear answer. That's what even Piyush also telling. First one, I don't understand first one. I want line number. If you see in SCGP examples, they will use the what is the output of line number 20. What is the output of what will happen if line number, what will be the block of line number 20, like this they will provide it. Like this I want answers. So the answers are like this, right? So far. So here
Yes.
I have only one method with the same parameter, same method name, everything same structure. Okay. One method, same method, same access modifier, same return type, same method name, same arguments. Okay. So here we are achieving the dynamic polymorphism. I will give you the scenario. What is dynamic polymorphism? Dynamic polymorphism is nothing but, please write down. With the same name, same arguments, the function which has to be executed that means I have a same name, same arguments, their functions are there. So we should understand at what scenarios it will execute. Okay. So right the same name, same arguments, the function which has to be executed is decided at the runtime. This concept is known as dynamic polymorphism or runtime polymorphism. Dynamic polymorphism can be achieved only through inheritance, and it is completely dependent on inheritance. And dynamic polymorphism is implemented using method overriding.
It's implemented using
Method overriding, I will give the answer. Right on. Dynamic or runtime polymorphism is implemented using method overriding. Static or compile time polymorphism is implemented using method overloading. Super clear, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is the concept we learned today?
We have learned OOPS concepts such as polymorphism, inheritance. In the polymorphism, we have learned about static and dynamic polymorphism. Inheritance, we have learned about superclass and subclass. How to extend superclass to subclass by using the extends keyword.
Okay.
In static polymorphism, we have learned about what is overloading, and dynamic polymorphism we have learned
We
about.
not known still.
I mean, not learn. Yeah,
Yeah,
we will
just
learn.
given a definition.
Just,
There is a big
yeah.
story is back at the back end. Okay. Overloading and overloading.
Okay. Okay.
Just to understand the overloading, overriding, how static and dynamic polymorphism is implemented by using overloading and overriding in Java. That we'll talk about next class.
Okay.
So this class is clear, guys? Understandable?
Yeah. Yes, it's clear.
Tomorrow's class we'll see about only overloading, and then we'll go for constructors. And once we done with the inheritance concept, then we'll go for overriding. Do you have any guys?